Hey everybody, it's Mark from Frogdata. Today's video is going to cover how you can track deals using the Frogdata analytics tool. So first things first, once a deal goes into your DMS system, it'll show up under the Frogdata Daily Sales Tracking Report, which is located underneath the Variable Ops tab on the tool. So from this report, which is very interactive, very easy to use, it collects and gathers all the information from your deal, puts it into one exportable Excel spreadsheet form that can be emailed to multiple users throughout the tool. But it lists your deals and it shows them in different statuses, whether it's a booked or delivered, which in the Frogdata world is unfinalized or accepted, or if it's in a finalized status or a cap status. So the deal will show up in here, and then it allows every user to actually go ahead and put notes or comments onto a deal so that you can track it throughout the life of the deal all the way through until it has been fully funded and finalized through your accounting department. So how does it work? Well, basically, once a deal is done, it'll show up on the daily sales log of retail deals, which you'll see here with the cursor underneath the Variable Ops tab. So on any deal, you can see a multitude of information which comes directly from the DMS, which includes deal ID, stock ID, the date that it was sold, deal status, type of vehicle, the type of car, who the buyer was, salesperson, sales manager, F&I manager, how old was the vehicle, how did they purchase the vehicle, what was your gross profit in different categories. Then if you scroll to the right, you can also see whether or not there was a trade. So you have all the details and key information for any deal. So what you can do is on the left here, we've got comment bubbles, and you see I've got one highlighted. So let's say, for instance, I had this 2021 Mazda CX-5. We're going to use this example here, and I want to put some notes on it. So there's no trade, nothing of information, but he was giving me $1,000 deposit, didn't have his check with him, wanted to write a check. We said, hey, okay, why don't you go home, get the check, bring it back. We want to make sure that we notate that in the system. So we don't want to lose track of that money or what's going on with it. So either the sales manager or the F&I manager could go onto that deal, go ahead and click on that comment, and they can go ahead and put a note in there. So you have to actually hit the toggle comment button to see it. But right there you can see that I could choose a status, I can assign it to somebody, I can put notes in. So for this case I put frog test. So I put a comment on there, I hit save, and now I can see anytime I go in there and look at it that there's an actual comment attached to this deal. So now what happens is once the deal gets packaged up and the F&I manager goes ahead and sends it to the accounting department, somebody starts looking at it to see, hey, what do we need to do? Let's put it together. We have to finalize it. We have to submit it. We have to get paid. We have to pay off the car. Whatever it is they need to do, they can now see if there's anything that they need to know about with this deal besides putting it on a post-it note and sticking it on the deal and submitting it to the office. So under the Variable Ops tab, you can go right to the Contract to Cash page, which I have the tab open here. And the Contract to Cash page has a summary of your outstanding monies that are owed either in a finalized or unfinalized deal. But right below that, there's another deal list. And the deal list that you see is deals that have not been finalized. So what I can do is I can go ahead and type in this instance, I know the stock number. So I went ahead and typed in 215256, looked up that deal, and I can instantly see right away, hey, there's a comment on there. What's going on with this deal? And I can go ahead and click on it and I see, okay, there's a note and this is the date and this is the person who entered it. So now I understand what's going on with that, and if I want to put a note back to them, I could go ahead and do that just simply by clicking on that comment bubble, and I can go and say, note received, posted, whatever it is I want to do. Because now when you go to the accounting, now you've got different accounting statuses. So someone who is actually finalizing the deal or working on the deal can go ahead and put a number in there or put a different status and put notes on it so you can track that. So now I've gone ahead and done that. Note received, posted, goes in the system. So now I can start to track this. If this was a finalized deal, and it had not been funded yet, it would then automatically go to our contract in transit page. So you can see here there's some comments from some deals that are sitting out there. So you can go ahead and see, okay, well, what status is it in? How come it's sitting out there? Why is it finalized and I haven't been funded? Why is it still on my list? So I can put notes in there as well. So from daily sales tracking, which shows me the initial deal, to the booked deals that have not been finalized, that allows me to put more notes on it. And then from there, I can put notes on the contract and transit page as well. So the best thing about this is that, once that deal is fully funded and falls off your contract and transit page, you don't lose the notes. So under the variable ops, we have a page called deal analysis. And if I go to the deal analysis page, I can go ahead and see that same sales log of deals in the current month and past 3 months. So I can go on there and see that there was a note in there, click on it, shows the note. I didn't hit refresh yet, otherwise that new note I put in would show up there. Or I can go in here and I can search by deal ID or stock number, and then it shows up. So any note that I put on a deal will stay in the tool in Frogdata as long as needed, and they cannot be deleted. So you can really manage your process, make it very efficient, have great communication between F&I managers, sales managers, and your office staff, and never lose track of what's going on a deal all throughout its entire life process. So, in summary, I just wanted to go ahead and tell you about one of those key features that people have been using, one of the most used features within Frogdata. And if you do have any more questions or would like to get more information about how these reports work, please reach out to us directly at www.frogdata.com. Just click to contact us, and we'd be more than happy to go into more in-depth training regarding the sales process or how the Frogdata product works. Thank you.